We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Ready, set! We don't like the 48 right now. Let's go! Let's go, defense. Hey, man!
On first down, it's Haskins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can. Create those great mismatches, throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up. Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go! Took the Pittsburgh. He's scared. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. Here's a screen to Powell. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins is going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Oh, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him rising because he's hit a few early. And how about the last one? The big shot right there.
Haskins will throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
At the Cowboys' 8-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. 2nd down, Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. A gain there of 21 yards. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watched tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
I know he ain't got it. 53 is the mark.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Redskins' 46-yard line.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. That would carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
A give to Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
The give is to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Hey, kill. Hey, we got Mike, number 50, 22.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
48's Mike. You gonna get this boy? You think you gonna get this? Shift.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the ready. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now.
Third down. Here's Haskins. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Out of the shotgun, Haskins, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Sean Lee able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
After the sack on 1st down, Haskins throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thompson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Hey, tight.
Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another 1st. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Forced out to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Redskins scoop it. Fights off another.
I think the 2nd tackler would have learned from the 1st.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Well, it's a Gruden family trait to be aggressive, and Jay's going to go for 2 here.
48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins, escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Elliott a first down and more. And all the way up to the 46. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
56.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the... So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Here we go, 47.
Again, it's Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Here we go, sliding. Check, 53's Mike. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, sliding. Switch. Done. Check the call.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You.
Here's Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Version as they come up on third down.
Watch the pass.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And what would the dive look that time? Time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, on comes the Dallas kicker, Brett Maher. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check, 48's right. Check, 48's the mic. Defense wins championships, baby. 41.
Now Haskins, third and long. And he's going to go down again. Sean Lee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
There you go. 6, right there, 56. Hey, tight. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Check.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
2 yards. And it's third down.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Out of his end zone, Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott going right side. He has Witten. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet? As the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing just about on his own goal line. Here's Ellington. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration here.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. Gets past one man. And he works free. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we can nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a one-score game, so not too nitpicky. Now it's Haskins, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Sean Lee, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a give to Peterson running right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Watch your slack. Watch your slack.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington, but it's going to be second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Haskins back to the air. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sean Lee, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. Now Haskins to throw it. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
Everybody, go right in. Hey, kill. Pick up the ball.
First down, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as it was DeShazer Everett that time who got a hand in to break it up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Right here. Switch it, hey. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Watch the screen. 47. 26.
Now Prescott. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is coming on here, and boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Got it! 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Ball. Check 3.
They start the drive with Peterson. It's a big run for AP. Give him 69 yards on the ground. That last run good enough to have him surpass for his career, get this folks, 12,000 rushing yards.
And how about this? You're in shouting distance now of the top 10 all-time rushers in NFL history. And in short order now, you've got Thurman Thomas, Franco Harris, Marcus Allen, and Edgerrin James right ahead of you. He can zoom past them with just a few more carries.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there.
Here we go. 4-8. Mike's 56. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. 26.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll